Hello students, welcome to our online classes. This is the chapter 1 of class 5 SST Maps and Globes. Now we are starting the discussion. The Earth is the only planet in our solar system that supports life. That means in our solar system there are many planets, but only our Earth has life as it has air and water. This earth is filled with big land masses and large water bodies. Those big land masses are called continents and the water bodies are called oceans. Rivers, lakes, gulfs, bays, seas are also the smaller water bodies present on this earth. Now we shall discuss about the continents. As earlier we have read, the big land masses are called continents. Our earth is also divided into 7 continents. They are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. There are also present large water bodies to separate them from each other. Out of these 7 continents, Asia is the largest and Australia is the smallest continent. Each continent is also divided into many countries. Now we shall discuss about the oceans. The large water bodies are called oceans. Our earth has 5 oceans. They are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Antarctic Ocean and the Arctic Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest one. The Pacific Ocean separates America from Australia. The Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean. It separates North and South America from Europe and Africa. Now we shall discuss about the shape of the earth. The shape of the earth is called spherical. Earlier belief was that the earth was flat. People used to believe that they will fall off if they would travel to the edges of the earth. But the working of Ferdinand Magellan and Copernicus proved that the earth was not flat, rather it has a circular type shape. Photographs from space and satellite images also supported the spherical shape of the earth. Now we shall discuss about the globe. A globe is a round model of the earth. As the earth has spherical shape, so a globe can be represented as a model of earth. The globe is round in shape and it can represent the earth in simple and accurate way. It shows the shape, size of the earth as well as locates the continents and water bodies. It simply makes us knowledgeable to every part of our earth. It also helps to understand the earth's movement on its axis and around the sun. That means the revolution and rotation of the earth. Now we shall discuss about map. The word map is derived from the Latin word mappo, which means a napkin. A map is the representation of the earth's surface or any part of flat surface of the earth. A book containing maps is called an atlas. Maps are always drawn on the flat surfaces as they show continents, countries, cities, marketplaces, etc. For some cases, maps prove more useful than globes. Now we shall discuss about the types of maps. There are different kinds of maps. Each kind gives different kinds of information. Political maps. These maps define or show political boundaries of countries, states, cities and other political divisions. And physical maps. These maps show physical features like mountains, valleys, plains, plateaus, rivers and other water bodies. Besides this, there are maps that show crops grown, mineral found in various places, rainfall in different areas, industries, population, transport, soil, natural resources, forest and wildlife. Now we shall discuss about the language of maps. We all know that language is the medium of communication. So, every map has a language. In order to understand the information given on a map, we must know its language. Now we shall discuss about the directions. There are 4 main directions: north, south, east and west. There are 4 sub-directions also. They are northeast, southeast, northwest and southwest. Now we shall discuss about the scale. All maps are drawn to scale. Scale is important for the drawing of map. When we have to discuss the large areas in a smaller space, for that time scale plays an important role to measure that large area. A linear scale can be used to measure distances. This scale is shown in a straight line divided into units of length. Now we shall discuss about the colors of map. Maps show many colors. Each color shows a particular thing of a map. Usually maps follow a common scheme of colors. Some colors are used to point out different things. Light blue color shows shallow waters. Dark blue indicates deep waters. Green indicates lowlands or plains. Brown indicates lands higher than plains. Dark brown indicates highlands like hills and mountains, while yellow indicates deserts and scrublands. Now we shall discuss about the symbols used in a map. Symbols are also used to point out different objects. As a map is not large enough to show mountains, lakes, rivers, bridges, temples and tracks, various signs and symbols are used to give the information to us. For example, a black dot is used to show a well or a tank. A land boundary of a country is shown by thick dashes and a city is marked by a small circle. So, today's discussion up to here. Thank you.